and welcome back to Marshmallows and Toast. My name is Gabby. Before we go into the video, I thought I would let you know that my room is a mess, my life is a mess, and I guess that's kind of becoming my new catchphrase. Also, let's just ignore the fact that my hair got caught in the rain and is super gross. So, it's been a while since I uploaded the last video. Said I was going to upload a resolutions video in a week. It's been a few weeks, but I've been working hard and I need to focus on my job and not on my hobbies, and at the moment I have limited energy. I'm still trying to build up my energy and build up a routine and try and get into a place where I'm stable and I can upload videos. Also, ironically, I've decided to upload 22 videos in the days leading up to my birthday. So my birthday is the 10th of May. That will catch me up with all the videos I wanted to do for this year, and also give me a chance to gain momentum and start snowballing towards the end of the year and just being creative, doing things, getting shit done. Kind of weird filming a New Year's resolution video or like a mid-year resolutions video in the middle of April. Like, it's the 11th of April, there is absolutely no special event happening on this date except for your birthday. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. I did record a video a few days before New Year, however, my resolutions have changed and the ones I had were very vague, and these ones I have, there's a lot more of them, but they're kind of more routine. So a lot of them are stuff that I want to either do every day, every week, every month, things that I want to become a part of my life. Some of them are goals that I want to get done in the foreseeable future, and basically I feel like it's actually better that I'm doing it now as opposed to on the 1st of January, because what I'm doing is looking at where I want to go, not just for the next 12 months, but where I want to be in general, and taking a look at how I can get myself on a path to success no matter what fucking day of the year it is. So without further ado, I'm going to pop the list up on my phone here and we'll take a look. So a big thing I want to work on is getting together a nighttime routine, and I kind of have an idea of what I need to get done for it. So what I'd like to do is basically take like an hour and a half of my evening and dedicate that solely to just a routine of self-care, of hygiene, of relaxation, of just detaching myself from my phone for a bit, keeping myself grounded and in the moment, taking care of myself now and making sure I'm prepared for tomorrow. And that sounds like a bunch of mumbo jumbo, but here are some things I'm actually going to try and put together, and hopefully in the next month or so that'll be part of my routine. So every evening I would like to brush my teeth, wash my face, journal for a few minutes. This one's kind of weird, but what I mean is do a bit of script writing or blogging for my website, even if it's just doing some doodles to represent how I'm feeling, if I want to kind of plan events in the future, things like that, or even just I have stream of consciousness written there, kind of similar to morning pages where you just let it flow, let it fucking flow onto the paper, just let out your feelings, even if it's a traditional diary entry or if you're just blabbing random words onto the page to get them out of your brain. I think that's a really good thing to do before bed. It's my bedtime and I'm sleepy. The next one then is talk to a friend, if possible. So what I've started doing is before I go to sleep, I will give Keaton, my boyfriend, a ring and we will have a chat, and it's just nice, and it's nice to hear somebody's voice and to hear somebody that cares about you and that you care about, and kind of just send some positive vibes either way and just be a nice wholesome being. So the next thing after speaking with friends or boyfriends, whatever, is to write a to-do list or a schedule for the next day. So what I want to get into the habit of is it's something I used to do, and I used to be really productive back when I had high functioning depression, and then it turned into major depressive disorder, and now I'm fucking useless. Basically, I used to be super on the ball. Everything had this like overwhelming sadness and I hated everything and I was so upset and I cried nearly all the time and I was always on the brink of tears. But I was really productive, I was getting shit done, I was fit, and then I burnt out. And then I haven't really been able to get my shit together since, and I'm trying and that's all you can do. However, I'm in a much better position now than I have been in a long time. I'm hoping I can add these little things into my day and that they will really, really help me kind of stabilize and just be in the moment and take care of myself and at least get the basics done. So I used to write like a little list of things I needed to get done, anything that had a deadline, or say things I needed to get done in the next 3 or 4 days. Next on the list is read. So I have about 15-20 books currently on my to-read list, 10 of which I have physically. So do you know what I need to do? I need to actually goddamn read those books. Finally, don't worry, we're gonna stop talking about nighttime now. I want to be in a position where I am turning the lights off 9.5 hours before I have to wake up. 9.5 is very specific, and I'm gonna tell you why. If you go onto this website, sleepytime.me, I'll put the link down there. Obviously not spawn or anything because I'm nobody. It's a really, really useful app that kind of tracks how long it takes you to fall asleep. Usually it can take somebody about 14 minutes to fall asleep, and your sleep is an 1.5-hour cycles. Now, I wouldn't recommend sleeping less. Like, if you're sleeping for an 1.5 hours for a nap, that's fair, but like overnight, I wouldn't recommend waking up in 1.5-hour increments. I would generally stick to sleeping 7.5 hours or 9 hours, depending on how tired I am and how much time I have, and that tends to work for me. But it also takes me a while to get to sleep, so what I do is by giving myself 9.5 hours, that means that if I do want to sleep for the full 9 hours and get the most out of it, I can, and that gives me half an hour to sleep. But also, if I'm having a night where I'm having particular difficulty getting to sleep, it gives me an extra hour or so to do that. And a lot of the time I tend to wake up naturally before my alarm as a result of that. I just need to do it more. Next, I'm going to go on about stuff I want to do every day. So the first one is to shower every morning. When I say this, I don't necessarily mean get up, wash my hair, do a full kind of, face mask, huge thing. I don't mean the whole shebang. What I mean is, even if it's just getting up, tying my hair up into a ponytail if it's clean, and just washing my body, just enjoying the warmth. For me, a shower is very therapeutic and it really helps me get up and get going. And a lot of the time, the biggest challenge for me is getting out of bed. I get very motivated in the shower because I'm able to see the positives, and it's very therapeutic and I love it. So even having that like 5-10 minutes in the morning just to be warm and nice and feel clean, I want that. The next one is to work out every day, which might seem bad. A lot of people say to only work out once or twice a week. Some people say to do it 5 times a week, and they also say leave a rest day. When I say work out every day, I don't mean like a fully intensive thing. What I mean is getting up and getting active at all, whether it's 5 minutes or 3 hours, just doing something for my body to get it moving and to keep it going. And I think that would be really, really beneficial for me to get back into exercise. So I just want to do something every day to get my body moving and to get that blood circulating and flowing, and it's only going to do good things for me. It's only going to do good things. I'll either get fresh air, or I'm gonna build muscle, or I'm gonna just stretch out and chill out, and that's cool, and that's something I need to make like a part of my life again. Next, we're on to kind of like the weekly things, the things I want to get done once a week that I kind of want to make a habit of. For example, I have here to do laundry once a week. So I'll pick one of my days off in a week, and on that day I will do laundry, I will do a face mask, I will go and do my shopping. I have also go for a long walk in a forest once a week. I seem very much like a home bird that kind of just sits in my technology in my room and doesn't leave my cave. And as a person, that's not who I am. However, that's part of how my anxiety manifests itself, part of how my depression manifests itself, in that I can be either too scared to even leave my room, just for fear of, just sometimes leaving my room like sends me into a panic, let alone leaving the apartment and actually going outside. But I always really, really enjoy forests and woods, and that'll force me to get out, it'll force me to get over that fear. But also, once I leave the house, even if I'm still a bit scared, once I'm walking in the forest and enjoying nature and just disconnecting myself from technology and from concrete and from, loud noises and buildings, and just enjoy the natural world, as fucking mushy and hippie as it sounds or whatever. I know it sounds really cheesy, but it helps me, and that's something I really enjoy doing, and so I want to do that more. And it's also an opportunity to ask a friend to go hang out. It doesn't cost money, so it's great if you have no money to just say, let's walk around a random forest, let's find a forest nearby. So the next weekly is to create a new piece of art each week. And what I mean by that is to either, I have here to write a song, write a poem, some prose, even if it's a drawing, or even if it's just makeup, and just letting myself get creative with makeup. And what I'll most likely do is, a lot of it probably won't be polished stuff. Polished, as if my YouTube content is polished. A lot of it probably won't be like the end result. and will most likely be like a draft or kind of just, you know, spilling out my thoughts. So what I'll do is I'll probably keep it up on my Patreon, or I might throw some of it onto my blog as well, we'll see. The next one is a little personal, right? This is kind of like a hygiene one, is to pluck my eyebrows and shave once a week. These are my natural eyebrows. I filled them in with pencil, but that's kind of worn out over the day. But yeah, this is them. I've plucked them once. I don't know what I'm doing, but I do enjoy when they're like nicely shaped. So I think I'll shape them and try and keep it that way, and that'll just be a little confidence boost I can have without needing to wear any makeup. So I can just kind of go into work with no makeup and like know that, you know, my brows aren't, it's invisible / fucking weird, and shave as in like armpits. I also have to get like a Hollywood wax and a leg wax once a month. Don't know if I should be putting that on the internet, but I've never had that, but I guess I'm kind of a masochist, so we'll see. I'm sure it'll be fine. The final weekly back to normality is to dust my, it's basically to clean my room. Now we're kind of on to some monthlies, so I said one of them already with the waxing thing, but like, we'll move on from that. Let's not talk about that. Next one is to get my hair done once a month. So what I'd like to do is to start getting into a habit of every month, even whether it's a trim or getting the colour redone. I'm going to be changing it up soon. I think I'm going to go with having like a really dark blacky brown from the roots and fading into fire. I found a picture online that actually looked like her hair was fire, and I loved it. It was like an upside down fireplace on her head, and it was beautiful, and I want it on mine because I've never had orange or red hair or yellow hair. Like, I've had blonde hair, but I've never had yellow hair. I think it would be interesting because I tend to stick with the galaxy colours, and I've been going like purples and greens and teals and blues since last July, and I'm kind of bored of it, and I've never gone red, and I don't know why, because I've had like nearly every other colour. The next monthly I have is to learn one new piece of music a month, and what I mean by that is to learn a new kind of piece on the piano or the ukulele, probably the piano, because I have a lot of sheet music and there's a lot of songs I love and I love listening to it, and I also feel like my skills on the piano have kind of dwindled over the last couple of years because I haven't really been practicing, I haven't been in the best headspace. So I think it would be good for me to actually go out of my way to set up sheet music, take time to, you know, translate it to letters, because I can't read it on the spot like intelligent, talented people. I have to take my time and go C, D, E, F, G, and you know, all cows deserve great apples. That is definitely 100% wrong. And also I've forgotten my weeklies actually to throw in that I want to upload 2 videos a week. And basically, obviously, I'm going to have the 22 before I'm 22 thing. I don't know what I'm going to call it. If you have any ideas of what I could call it, pop it down there. But I do, after that, want to, that'll hopefully snowball into me uploading 2 videos a week and being consistent, especially because I have the industry pass for somewhere in the city in August, and I kind of want to have something to show for it. I hide my subscriber count because I'm around the 500 mark now for some reason. Thanks, but I also, I obviously appreciate you subscribing, but what I mean, why I hide it is because I don't want that number to represent how good or bad I am, because a lot of people will go and they'll look at a channel, and instead of looking at the content and thinking about how much time and effort goes into that content, or you know, what they think of the person themselves, they'll look at the number and rate their channel based on that number. And I know this technically, like, how it goes. I mean, obviously people that have a following are fan favourites or of some sort, you know, but everyone starts out as well, and I just personally don't like having that number there. If it becomes significant, I might show it, but I don't see myself doing it, and I don't see YouTube being a job for me. I see it as an outlet for me to be me and chat, and if you want to chat, let's just fucking talk. Just slide into my DMs, please. My Twitter is dead, but my Instagram is pretty good. I've started posting again, and I posted chickens. I posted chickens because my workplace has chickens, because it's cool. So go look at my Instagram, because the chickens are fucking adorable. They are great. They make me happy. They're cute. I stroked their little heads and they were so happy. They were so happy to be rubbed. Like you know how like with the cat you like rub here? Why am I demonstrating on myself? But I was basically doing that to the chickens, and they were so happy, and I love them. I love them. We don't have much left now, so now we've kind of moved on from the routine stuff to the kind of goals I have for the foreseeable future. So one of them, the most important one, is release my goddamn EP. I've been working on it for ages, however I still have not had the chance to sit down with my wonderfully talented friend Caitlin, who did this beautiful Ed Sheeran thing. If I can't put the video here, the link will be down there. She made Shape of You by Ed Sheeran. I'm not into Ed Sheeran's music personally, however, this string version is fucking gorgeous. So she's just super duper talented, and she was like, hey Gabby, I'm gonna do it for you. And she thought she was doing it for exposure. And I was like, hun, no, I'm gonna pay you because you're working really fucking hard. Like, you're getting paid. I'm going to pay you for this because you're talented and you deserve it. Do not ever underestimate your work, artists. Please don't. You are valuable, you are worth money. And if you are doing everything for free and it's because you want to and you feel happy, then do, and you're offering. But if it's because you feel pressured or you feel like you're not good enough and you can't put a price tag on it, put a price tag on it because you're 100% worth it. If somebody wants you to draw art for them, it's because they like your art and they want a piece of your art. So don't feel shy about charging them for it, because at the end of the day, it's your time, it's your energy, and it's your skill. Mini rant over, let's move on. Next one is to release a music video. So I have a couple of songs that are going on the EP that I have in mind for music video. However, first I have to make the EP, then I have to pick which single I want to do the music video on, and then do the music video. So yeah. Next one is to learn photography. I have this Canon 700D and I have no idea how to take photos on it, and I don't know how it works. I don't know how to do things with. I keep doing this. Why the fuck do I keep doing this? Gabby, you're a fucking weirdo. Stop. I'm gonna ask my aunt and uncle to help because they are photographers and they're really, really good at their jobs, and I'm gonna ask them for tips, and I'm also gonna ask them for help with photoshopping pictures, for example for my Instagram, like getting that airbrushed kind of fairy like artsy effect, because I really, really like those kind of photos. So that is something I would like to pursue over the next while, but that's okay. So that's good. That is a goal. That is a new hobby I would like to explore. The next one is to get to a stage where I'm able to weightlift 20 kilos. What I mean is being able to deadlift 20 kilos. At the moment I have a set here of adjustable weights. They go up to 50 kilos. And I was going to say 50, but I was like, in a year, I think 20 is already a pretty ambitious goal for somebody who is morbidly obese and hasn't exercised in literally 2.5 years. So I think working it up to 20 kilos is a good start. And finally, we have to lose 10 inches off my hips. The reason it's off my hips and the reason it's specifically 10 inches is because I don't like going by weight. I don't like going by the number on the scale because there's too many variable factors, and it's something I obsessed over for so long. Like, there's things like muscle mass and water weight, stuff like that, and I don't want to fuck with that. What I want to do is see my actual body get smaller and get healthier. Now, a lot of people are going to be like, oh, you should love yourself for who you are and blah, blah, blah. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm a UK size 18. I am unhealthy. This is the largest I've ever been, and every day all I do is feel myself getting fatter. It hurts to walk. My back is sore because my legs are uneven, like they're like one is slightly shorter than the other, which is fine. That happens to most people. But because of my weight, it's very evident to me, and every step I take I can feel myself kind of leaning over, and it hurts. It hurts me. I have fat rolls. When I stand up straight, they pinch together and it hurts. Look at this fucking double chin. That's another thing. I don't feel good. I don't feel comfortable. Eating the food I'm eating isn't doing anything for my health right now, and so I really, really needed to get rid of that weight. Not in a forceful, speedy way. Like, I don't want to just, you know, go on a fucking 2-week Dr. Oz diet and, you know, cut food out of my life for 2 weeks. But what I want to do is make sure that the foods I'm eating, for example, if I get a craving for pizza, what pizza is made up out of is kind of everything. It's made up of protein, because I usually get meat on it. It's made up of dairy, it's got calcium because of the cheese, it's got carbs because of the base, and also it's got tomato sauce, so it's going to have has a bit of every macro. So what I've started doing is when I'm craving pizza, I think, okay, I need a hearty meal that kind of has all those elements. A good substitute for me for a 16-inch meat feast from Domino's that I will devour all by myself is a portion of pasta with some passata sauce, grate some grated cheddar cheese on top, and if I want to mix in some meat, some ham, some chorizo, whatever, I can do that, and that's cool. So yeah, just things like that. Or for example, if I get cravings, like enormous cravings for like sugar, like if I haven't had sugar all day, realistically I could just have fruit because fruit has sugar in it and my body just needs good sugars. Or it's just craving processed sugar because I am fat and I eat really shit food, and I go through phases of drinking either water, like consistently, religiously, or living off of fizzy drinks or sugary drinks, neither of which are good. So I wanna, yeah, as you can see, it's kind of important for me to lose weight, for my body to feel comfortable, like to actually just feel comfortable when I walk, regardless of the whole how people see me or how I perceive myself. But for my physical anatomy to function better, I need to lose weight, but I don't want to crash diet because that's going to do fuck all for me. It's done fuck all for me in the past. Every time I've lost weight, I've yo-yoed it back on twofold. So I just want to be more analytical of what I'm eating, what I need, and why I'm craving what I'm craving, as opposed to just eating that craving. So if I'm craving ice cream, is it, Gabby, you haven't eaten yet, you should eat something? Is it, you haven't had any sugar today, so you probably have low blood sugar, or your body's just craving a sweet treat, so have some fruit instead. See how you feel. If you're still hungry, get the fuck over yourself. Or if I'm still craving it, have a little bit of ice cream. But it's just learning to eat in moderation and learning to analyse the macros of my food, and to replace those unhealthy macros with healthier versions that still give me the same effect. For example, the tomato pasta, I feel grand after eating a portion of tomato pasta. I'm fucking perfect. Like, I don't want that pizza anymore because that pasta had all the elements that the pizza does. For example, the cheese, the meat, the tomato sauce, and the carbs. And that's perfect for me. That's great. And it's also cheaper because pasta's cheap as fuck. So yeah, good for my wallet and good for my heart. I'm going to die of cholesterol one day. That took a lot longer than 10 minutes. That actually took maybe 40. But those are my resolutions for the foreseeable future. They are my goals. They are the routine I want to put in place for myself so that I can succeed and do well. Let me know what you're going to take from this, and let me know what you would suggest down below that I could do to help, because I genuinely will take your advice into consideration, because I can only give myself so much advice. I only have my own perspective, so give me yours. And let's just try and be positive and help each other out. Thank you, and I hope you have a wonderful evening. Why did I do that? I've never... Good night.